peeking through the clouds. The waves start picking up, and then Thorfinn activates the wind. And he knew exactly what fucking time it was. Has his grandpa sitting here looking like he brought a stranger in his fucking wagon, because this is not the grandson he remembers. Warm and bountiful is a distant land, and I've got R9's cranium within my hand. Beyond the reach of slave traders and the flames of war, violence is what we seek, no more. Vinland, the land that is for the better, R9. Please, God, let's go there together. Damn, honestly, I don't even want that girl anymore, bro. She's yours. If she was alive, she's yours right now, bro. What the fuck? Yeah, man, look at this face. Fucking
Thorfinn, the Lightskin Saga. Huh. I ain't seen a Vinland Saga breakdown in a long time. Let's see what your boy Jules Doc got.
Thorfinn. You see, with Thorfinn, when it comes to the lounge, it's a little bit different than Gojo, because Gojo was blessed, so he had it from birth. And that's not to say that Thorfinn didn't, because I mean, look at his dad. And I mean, some may argue that Thorfinn's dad, before he inevitably passed away, was rocking some light skin traits. And knowing how genes and the gene pool works, you know, I'm sure that shit was embedded in Thorfinn's DNA. But then it got pushed to the back burner and got lost in the abyss. Because you see, Thorfinn's light skin journey is really a special one, considering the fact that him watching his dad get murdered right in front of his eyes may have been the best and worst thing that could have ever happened to him. And with his dad dying standing up as cold as it was, he went from being a potential light-skinned candidate to a dual dagger wielding crash out within a matter of minutes. I mean, look at the face of this 7-year-old kid, bruh. This does not look like a kid that has any future in this club. Because when I say the look, I'm not talking about this one. Keep this look far away from what we got going on. Keep this one far away. Poor baby has a widow dagger and he's gonna kill us. Oh my gosh, we're so scared. Fuck off, twerp.
Y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up big time. How dare you kill Papa?
Damn, why is his voice so deep for 8 years old? Should we draft this nigga? This kid might be a future Hall of Fame Viking coach. Should we pick him up on the squad or what?
All of y'all better hope and pray I don't catch your grandma slipping. I'm gonna fuck y'all up. I'm gonna fuck y'all up. I swear to God. And to the one who's running the whole show who killed my pops, you better hope you have no animals, bruh. You better hope. I promise you they're on Craigslist if I get my hands on them. I promise you.
And once I do that shit, I'm just taking names. I'm taking names, each and every one of you. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, there's shit running down my inner thigh right now. Boss, what should we do here? Do I look like his dad, dog? What are you asking me these questions for? And yeah, no, that's when the downward spiral started, and it really didn't look like there was any coming back from this.
Hey, look, man. My man lost. He lost the will to crash out after my boy got himself killed. He couldn't finish his target because he had no more target. So can't crash out if you ain't got nothing to crash out on. So he's just like, huh. It's over. It's over and done with. Huh. Okay. So just like, fuck it.
Until episode 1 of season 2. But throughout this Viking world, there was also another very, very small flame starting to form. Because simultaneously on Thorfinn's journey, another light-skinned brother was being born. But no, our first look at Thorfinn, season 2, after he was sold away to slavery, we see he's got some stubble, hair looking like a haystack, his ass is probably unwashed, that's like 95% certainty. But looking at him, face to face, as if he's looking in my eyes right now, I saw his walnut colored irises with a glimmer of potential in them. Before I even get to my main examples, there were like little hints scattered throughout. Just with the stare from episode 1, it's like he wanted to give us a look, or the look, but he didn't have it in him because he was just a hollow shell of himself. He didn't know who he was. And we see the next episode when Einar was given a potato chip, a penny, and a piece of lint for his lunch, and he was about to start swinging. Thorfinn de-escalates the situation just like they teach you in customer service and attempts to look again. You could see it. I don't even think he knows that he's trying to pull the look off right now. And as I said, I knew this shit was embedded in his veins. The first real example we see of any caramel characteristics is episode 3, when they're trying to make a mockery out of Einar and Thorfinn. And see, the thing about Thorfinn is his nonchalant and his swagger was working in so many different ways throughout the season, even in season 1, because throughout the duration of his saga, like that, throughout the duration of his saga, he exhibited his swagger in a couple different ways. Because in season 1, it was just all about the dual wielding, like acrobatics and just like how he was taking names, and that shit was cold. But now it's like the nonchalant and that chalant that he could turn on instantly, just like when I see Kuroda. That's how quick it is. It's like prime Derrick Rose's first step, because Einar tries putting his life on the line.
Hey, look, speaking on Kuroda,
Now it's like the nonchalant and that chalant that he could turn on instantly, just like when I see.
speaking on Kuroda just got some new competition with Maribel. If y'all ain't watching that Yandere Dark Elf on Hada, I don't know what you're missing. Kuroda got competition, and this competition is mean because she like Kuroda, but imagine the chest, like got the chest of the blonde hair one, the abs of Auntie before she came through the goddamn well, the first time she came through the gate back when she was on point. Pretty much, she looked like Blonde Elf when she first came through with the big chest and the flat abs, but she had Kuroda's ass, dark skin. That one there, that Yandere Dark Elf, she a menace. Like, I don't know how Blood Buddy's doing it, but he holding on by a thread, bro. But every episode it get worse and worse. If it wasn't for that holy chastity belt, last episode, that nigga would have he'd have fell slave to that thing. I think he know, nigga, if he jump in it, it's raps, GG's. There's no coming back. He'll be addicted to that dark chocolate forever. He's trying to hold out. He's like, no, not yet. I gotta at least get through high school first. I can't become a simp this early. Let me at least get a job first before I start simping. But anyway,
Kuroda. That's how quick it is. It's like prime Derrick Rose's first step. Because Einar tries putting his life on the line. His cool ass hits us with a sigh when he has 2 swords pointed at his exterior and internal jugular vein. And this VeggieTales pineapple looking guy comes over him and starts to try to intimidate him and gives him a slice to the chest. Doesn't move a fucking muscle. Not one electrical signal is sent from his brain to his muscle to move anything in his fucking body. And he stood there, rock solid. And then this nigga starts cutting him up all over, and I see what Thorfinn's doing. He's trying to get these scars purposefully to impress the fine sight. Scars are cool. We know this. Like, everyone's wanted that scar on their left eye, kind of like Zorro, or like a cool scar to tell a story about. So he's getting all these scars on his body, not only looking cool as hell in the moment, but he's gonna look cool as hell in the future. Because when he's taking off his shirt, getting ready to crack some shit, she'd be like, oh my gosh, how'd you get all these scars? Man, Shawty, that shit ain't important. You want to feel them though? Just leave her on that cliffhanger, because you know how her imagination will go. She'll think you were saving the earth from an intergalactic threat or something. And the way he got the scars too was hard as well. He could just tell the truth straight up, and he could lie about it too. And the crazy part about it is, I'm thinking about it now, he's got thousands of bodies at this point, nigga, and these are his first scars. He's been doing this shit for years, and his first scars are coming intentionally. Unnecessary swagger during high stakes. And one of Thorfinn's strongest traits that we see throughout the duration of the season is his way with words. Like, yes, he has the look. Yes, Golden Hour just like kisses him whenever Mother Nature gets the opportunity to do so. But like, the shit that comes out of this nigga's mouth can put food on the table for families, generations. He writes whatever sentences he spits out into a book, publishes that. He doesn't have to find Vinland. He could just make that shit wherever the fuck he wants to. Like, look what he's saying. Do we only live because we don't want to die? Why is that? Does something good come from living? Like, come on, bruh. And he still hasn't moved a muscle yet. And then the nigga got mad at the senior year honors English level poem he just gave to him, that he cut the back of his ear off. And look at Thorfinn, hair still flowing with the wind, slow motion. He did this shit on purpose. I feel like when you have innate light skin traits, you can like activate a slow-mo moment, and this was the perfect time to do it. And thank goodness Snake came, because this nigga was about to take Thorfinn's eye, and if he had that scar, no more females for the rest of us. You cannot compete with this. Even if he is a pacifist looking at those scars, what are you gonna bring to the table? A 401k? Doesn't matter. And granted, with the support of Snake, this was one of Thorfinn's battles that he won with his words. One of a couple. And you see, Snake's a good-looking brother himself, and he definitely has some of these traits, just like the swagger, the coolness. So, I mean, Thorfinn was still a novice at this moment in time with his abilities and everything. So Snake out light-skinned him here. He did. Because he punched Pineapple in the face, and he has those emerald greens on him. And those are damn near just as dangerous as the hazel. That whole scene in itself, that was the example. And I feel like that incident sort of started to wake him up a bit, because we see like that glimmer start to shine in his eyes again as they meet the old master, and as him and Einar start farming some more, and he starts smirking at times and everything and appreciating the foliage. And they had a little time skip going. They both started growing some facial hair, and I feel like some of his traits are starting to rub off on Einar a little bit, but slowly but surely. But Thorfinn with this beard, nigga, is he intending to run a farm or take home 3 snow bunnies tonight? I really can't even tell at this point, because this shit was just looking magnificent. This nigga's sexy. I don't care. Both him and Einar look like they were getting ready to run
Hey, yo, pause. Again.
a 2-man tonight, but not at the club or anything. They're gonna go straight to a 2-story Barnes and Nobles. And example 2 is really just like the end of episode 8 and 9, after the crops get vandalized by the school bullies. Einar, chill. Let's find powder first. Thorfinn, you don't get it. Just like how you have a kill count, I'm about to have about 4 or 5, and I'm excited for it. We used up all the soil's fertility, and we will not have a harvest this year. Do you not get it? All of our wheat's been ruined, and that means we're stuck for another, what, fucking year and a half? If that's the case, put me behind bars for the rest of my life. I don't fucking care, nigga. I'm letting these fists fly. You have to understand that, unlike you, I have no right to be angry at the retainers considering my past. See, and I saw what Thorfinn was doing. Intermission really quick. I saw what he was doing. He was using his newfound ability, persistent poetry. But carry on. Einar, if you want to kill the retainers, guess what? I'm gonna answer for you. Then I deserve to die by your hands. So if that's the case, get rid of me right now, nigga. If you're gonna kill them, then go. Make me your first. So he was able to calm him down for that instant, but as soon as they were walking back after clocking out, and they see the 5 Muska bitches. Well, fresh meat. So a horse walks into the bar, and the bartender says, "Why the long face?" And in this situation, I'm the bartender. What's with the scrunched up eyebrows, big man? You're the one that tainted our farm, aren't you? Farm? I have no idea what your ogre ass is
I just realized
about.
that.
And even if there was a farm, who the fuck would want to touch anything that a slaves put their hands on? Yeah, so after that, rightfully so, Einar cocks that fist back all the way to fucking Vinland. And this is what I was talking about, that switch with Thorfinn. This is the first time we really see it, like a full-blown, like, on and off switch. Left hook from Shakespeare to Mike Tyson, just like that. And after that, they start getting jumped, and he gets knocked out, and we see him in his inner world, I guess you could say. Then we see him meet up with Askeladd in Valhalla and apologizing for his sins to all of his victims. And this is really where he now has sort of a purpose. But after chopping it up with Askeladd, Thorfinn starts breaking down and then clawing his way out of the abyss, waking up, new man. This was no longer just Thorfinn, this was now Thorfinn, the light-skinned luminary. And right when he's conscious again, he has to hit another poetry slam on us. And the shit was beautiful. There were so many moments from this nigga where I was like, wow, I could start crying. And that's how you know. The deeper we got into the season, the heavier my eyes started to become. And that's how you know he was progressing in his mission here, to join the lounge.
My light-skin
to create
bag.
the lounge, actually. Because once I saw those tears flowing down his face and the snow coming down as gently as ever, I was like, yeah, this nigga's just trying to be cool now. I know. I've killed niggas. I've decapitated niggas. I've done a lot. People whose names I don't even know. If you caught me a couple years ago, you're toast, nigga. Like, I would have taken you out quick and swift. I didn't hold any grudges against these people. I don't even know why I did it, bruh. But one thing I do know is that I'm gonna make a name for myself. I'm gonna change, and I'm gonna change good. I'm gonna change damn good. Because after striking that person today, I really don't want to live like this anymore. So this is what I'm gonna do. If I have any sort of altercation, it's about to get physical, I'm throwing the daggers on the floor. I'm not even squaring up. I'm never hurting anyone again. If there's a dispute and niggas are about to box, I'm boxing with my words. I'm boxing with my eyes. And that's how I'm gonna fight. And as of today, I'm swearing off violence. And I'm gonna be reborn, and I'm swearing on Lightskin. And as I said earlier in the video, there was a second party in this. And as the Lightskin Luminary was just born, Canute the Caramel Colonizer was not far behind him. And before we have our little time skip in the middle of the season, at the end of episode 12, one of the top 3 golden hours in the season is taking place. This is maybe number 2. Thorfinn and Canute are sharing a Lightskin moment here. I don't know if anyone caught this, by the way, but like this was sort of like when Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob were separated and SpongeBob was at the chum bucket, because there was going to be a clash of ideals and morals due to the fact that they were so similar but yet so different at the same time. Because look at this nigga Canute, man. Check the fucking headband with the red, the little goatee going. He's got the scar on his face, hair flowing in the wind. Do I have to explain like what type of like what he's giving off right now? And this
The
is
music
not the
in the
Canute
background
we
is
knew in
killing.
season 1. I'll tell you that much. In a similar way to Thorfinn development, it's sort of like him and Thorfinn swapped. Like I might as well induct this nigga with Thorfinn if you really think about it.
Yeah, and you see the second half of season 2 started off with some dastardly competition. Was that the word? That was a good word if that was the correct use. Let me look up the definition real quick, actually. Wicked and cruel. Yeah, I think that fits. Almost unfair competition because not only were Einar and Thorfinn not really competing, but just bouncing off of each other's light skin. But obviously Snake was now in the mix. Canute on the horizon trying to cause a calamity. But now we had Garter, Arnhide's lover, pull up on his trusty steed. And the worst part about this all, what the hell is Thorfinn gonna do against this horse? Look at how this nigga pulled up, sword in hand, horse on his hind legs, with his damsel calling his name, and he initiated his slow-mo camp. So Garter's been a veteran in this light skin game, and I'm like, damn nigga, what is Thorfinn gonna do here? Like, how does he combat this? Do him and Einar jump him? Like, get snaking on this? I don't know. This is a Cat 5 Storm of Aura. I mean, this is fucking and dare I say he's a
Cat
poet
5.
himself. You look a little haggard and worn down, my love, but you're even more beautiful than before. I know your pheromones are probably going crazy right now, girl. And now you see, it's lucky that this nigga was not right in his head. Because if he was, I think he would have taken Thorfinn's spot in the lounge. Just off of this horse sword multitasking that he's been doing. Because if you really think about it, like, Arnhide is Einar's girl now. Realistically. But, you know, and I've seen it before, there's always that one guy that, like, if he reaches out, he's almost guaranteed to get a response from her no matter her situation. She could be 85 with grandchildren, but if he hits her with the, hey, it's been 35 years, let us go to Chili's and catch up, she's going to hit her husband with the, hey, I'm going to bingo. Garter seems to be that nigga. And he wasn't even like this before. That's the crazy part. Like, he had a glow up. Arnhide, you don't touch that, man. Fuck you doing on my block, nigga. Are you kettle? And what if I am? I've got to do something about this. Einar, stop right now. I know that's your girl, but he's initiating his buyback clause right now, so you just have to let this play out. There's nothing we could do. And if you really look at it, like, he's just like a slightly upgraded version of you, low-key. Thorfinn, fuck's a buyback clause. Let me axe this nigga. What are you talking about? Look at what you're dealing with. You don't have this. I'm sorry to tell you, like, me and you were brothers, dog, but you don't have this shit. I'm not betting the underdog here, nigga. I'm just not. Thorfinn, I know I'm not strong enough, but I just have to hide her. Can you even kill a man? Think about that. Could you use this axe to kill this nigga right now? Because you know with that sword, he is slicing your fucking scalp off and you know it. What am I supposed to do then, bruh? Let this shit play out, dog. Smart choice, Thorfinn. Watch me hit this jerk real quick. Watch this. Yeah, I may have to induct Snake with this nigga. Like, all these niggas have potential to actually join. I'm not even joking. And the next example for Thorfinn is when him and Einar try to finesse Snake after Garter escapes his confines again. They need to lock. First off, I know Arnhide set him free, but they need to send this nigga to Alcatraz or something. The way he's been escaping these shackles, because he's pulling off some Pablo Escobar type of prison escapes. But that's besides the point. They think they're about to transport him and have him escape or something, but Snake's swag senses start tingling and he goes back to home base. And then it's a swag assassin versus Lightskin Luminary. So this was gonna be a battle. My pants are already off. What a fucking fight this was, because Thorfinn already swore off violence, and you see him already deviating from his stance that he was taking just to like do what he had to do. And we see him throw a nasty straight left. Snake dodges that shit and initiates the Lightskin slow-mo moment. And he's spamming this shit as Thorfinn's dodging. Thorfinn hits a fucking backflip. Swords ringing. Arnhide's on the sidelines, probably moist. Let's be honest. Like, and then we have the old master here. He's probably bricked for the first time in decades, seeing what the fuck's going on right now. And look at Snake doing the face here. Oh, goodness gracious. But we see him calm that shit down. He assumes dagger stance. He left an after image and then hit the split kick for no reason. What's this nigga doing? And he's coming down for the finishing blow, and then Snake cuts him on his cheek and then hits the back handspring as he's falling. And then we get this split screen of both of them puckering. Like, this is just a battle of coolness. Like, I think whenever this came out, 2022, this could have easily been fight of the year for me. And Garter's not been fully corrupted because this is what could happen. And I don't think I went into detail about this. And I mean, Gojo almost went this route too. It's like when you have so much of that power within you, sometimes the shit gets just start leaking out and you could lose control. And you just start choking the fuck out of Snake. But no, luckily for everyone, Arnhide de-escalated the situation and saved Thorfinn. Let's go home, Garter. And we could play that tune on the horse while we're riding into the sunset. Never had a bitch like me in your life. Never had a bitch like me in your life. You remember that one, don't you? He speed on that horse while his hand on my coochie. He touching on Emilio Pucci. Doing good. Bitch, I'm Gucci. You used to love that one back when we were frolicking in fields together, Garter. Let's do that. Yeah, but no, so back to Thorfinn. Man, episode 20 and onward, this was really where Thorfinn shined. I don't even remember what example I'm on. I'm gonna be honest, and I hope I could keep up in the video, and if not, so be it. Episode 20. After Arnheid got beat bloody, which was bad. That was a bad scene. As I'm watching this, I didn't know if she was gonna live or not, just because Thorfinn started doing CPR on her. Einer's freaking out, hyperventilating. She passed away. And the suds peeking through the clouds, the waves start picking up, and then Thorfinn activates the wind, and he knew exactly what fucking time it was. Has his grandpa sitting here looking like he brought a stranger in his fucking wagon, because this is not the grandson he remembers. Warm and bountiful is a distant land, and I've got Arneid's cranium within my hand. Beyond the reach of slave traders and the flames of war, violence is what we seek, no more. Vinland, the land that is for the better, Arneid. Please, God, let's go there together. Damn, honestly, I don't even want that girl anymore, bro. She's yours. If she was alive, she's yours right now, bro. What the fuck? Yeah, man, look at this face. Fucking look at this cool ass nigga.
Is he getting bigger?
Has his grandpa probably thinking he's going senile because he does not know what the fuck is going on, right? Because not only did someone just die in his wagon, but where the fuck is my grandson? Because this is not him. But after that magnificent display, we see Snake pull up a kettle after Canute made landfall, and Einer's straight on timing. And see, this one I'm talking about. Thorfinn is the best at switching it. Kettle, I'll beat the fucking brakes off of you. You killed Arnheid. Einer, stop. Kill the master won't help anything. Einer, just chill. Is this nigga serious? Open your fucking eyes, Einer. You're crashing out. Please. Einer. I told you, bro, I did not want to flip that switch. Fuck that nigga Thorfinn. I can't believe it. I had a vision of us. We were gonna have a plethora of kids, Thorfinn. I don't understand. It's like, how are we the ones that are in these shackles, bro? Send that nigga to jail, bro. Fuck. I know, I was just spitting some shit. I want to spit it again. But hear me out. Anger begets more anger, and it just results in deaths, one after another. I was stuck in that place for a long time. So, Einer, please don't fall under the same curse that afflicted me. I sit here and pray about you every night, dog. You're my brother, dog. And she kind of cheated on you, low-key. If you really think about it. But no, now it's game time. After that whole situation spiraled out of control, Thorfinn was so locked in. This was not the same nigga that we were just talking about 20 minutes ago. I promise you that much. Talking to his grandpa saying, Canute probably brought no more than 100 men. If they all decide to beat me up, so what of it? I'll come back. I just need to go talk to him. Hey, what's up, y'all? I met His Majesty before. Do you mind letting me through? My name's Thorfinn. He should know me by name. If you tell him, just let him know Thorfinn, son of Thor's, that's me. I'm here. You're telling me a stinky slave like yourself knows my lord? I've never seen a guard of the king be as stinky and small as your dumbass. Boss, that shit was a bar, right? Get him, boss. We can go record that shit next week. Please tell His Majesty my name, bruh. Dro, what's the matter? This nigga's still talking nonsense. Yeah, I guess that punch was too weak of yours, big man. Yeah, so everyone's instigating. But unfortunately, what he didn't know is that he caught Thorfinn at quite possibly the worst time. Because Thorfinn says you could hit me 100 times, and if I'm still standing at the end, you gotta let me see the king. Who the hell's doing that? And Snake kind of distracted him on like the 36th hit, and I thought he knocked Thorfinn out cold for a second. But I knew my Lightskin go would not let that happen with his cool ass. That shit kind of just amped him up, if anything. And these niggas were celebrating like they just hit their parlay, but they didn't know that he was coming back up from the dead. Now, I wouldn't even call this swagger unnecessary. This was completely necessary for this moment, because he had to show all of these numbskulls here that he was miles ahead of them. Even if they had better drip, even if they had better status, that in terms of life, this nigga just had that shit going. He said, fuck you standing there for, middle part. Your fists hurt less than being bitten by a bug. What the fuck is this nigga rapping about?
God damn.
He said, I'm a busy man, nigga. I got lunch after this, bro. He said, I got a date after this. Get this over with. And his Hazel is going crazy right now. Oh my gosh. And you got Droke's niggas behind him being like, damn, that's hard. They're getting ready to switch teams. And this shit was so beautiful. It was having niggas cry. Me, one of them. This was having dudes tear up how beautiful this was at the peak. A golden hour. And Dra actually did Thorfinn a favor here because he had his lips now automatically puckered for when he faces our caramel colonizer. Now, granted, his nose is taking up 75% of his face and he can't even see out of his right eye. But those lips are puckered. That's all that matters during this time of day. And he went from beating his ass to glazing him real quick. Thorfinn, I have a question. Beaten Drought would have proven yourself as a true warrior and that you were a former guard. Why didn't you? And y'all Vikings must have like a peanut-sized brain. I swear to God, like if I'm trying to have peace talks, then how the hell am I gonna let my fist do the talking? Why can't we develop from that? And all y'all surrounding me aren't an excuse from this either. You guys just sat here and watched this nigga punch me 100 times. Do y'all not have somewhere to be? Because I know I do. But that's besides the point. It's just Canute and Kettle that are feuding with each other, so why the hell do I have to feud with niggas I don't know? We just met today. None of y'all are my enemies. Yeah, I have no enemy. But no, actually, this nigga's busted up as hell, but he's still the most beautiful nigga on the field right now. Yeah, but now, so time has finally come. The Lightskin Luminary versus the Caramel Colonizer. And I really don't have words for this one. This was a showdown that you just have to sit in silence and listen to. And Thorfinn just has pull. What did the kids call that? Motion? Once Canute's henchmen realized the dude
motion.
that is standing in front of them, there have been stories already told about the nigga that was standing up to Thorkel in 1v1 and him watching him on Rust. And how he was the dude that scarred Canute, that basically started Canute's light skin journey, because once he had the scar, he was like, damn, I'm like kind of hard now. Canute, I'd like you to lead the farm. Thorfinn, you know I can't do that. No matter how much you pucker those lips. You know I damn well cannot do that. Kettle started this dispute, so I have to finish it. Yeah, but Canute, you iced like 100 of our men. I think we could call this shit fair and shake hands or something and just make a U-turn. Like, I'm looking at the left turn signal right now. I'm not seeing a no U-turn sign. Like, you can't do this right now. I didn't come this far to turn around. I didn't upgrade my attributes, put on this headband, get this nice little cut. And you should have seen me back then when I had the long hair. That shit was a look too, but I looked more menacing with the beard and the long hair, so that's why I cut this shit. Now I look a bit more young and spry, and I really feel like I could get any fine side I want. And in order to do that properly, I'm going to have to take over this land. Man, fuck you. No, and I really don't know how to explain it, because obviously they're just talking, but this was like one of the best fights I've ever seen. And Einar was kind of ruining the vibes. Kind of killing the Einar was killing the vibes here a little bit, because he's like tweaking out for no reason. I understand why he has to be here, because he's light skinned and training, but Thorfinn and Canute just going back and forth. Thorfinn this episode showed everyone exactly what unnecessary swagger was, in a completely different way than like you would normally think. Because as I said, looking at Gojo, that nigga just like beats dudes' asses with a smile on his face, doing maneuvers, and like Thorfinn here did that shit in a different way. That's what really moved me, like genuinely, jokes aside. Canute surrounding him, asking him what he's gonna do since he's gonna now move forth with his plan to take shit over. Thorfinn saying, I will run, as soon as he said that he won this light skin off. Because Canute could not keep his composure anymore. He was done. And him walking away saying he wasted his time. There are just some shows, again, like this episode was maybe a top 3 episode of anime I've ever watched in my life. The amount of emotion that I was feeling as this nigga walked away, like I just want to like learn how to fight but not fight niggas. Like that's what I want to do. But seeing his character shift from what it was season 1 to what it was at the beginning of season 2 to what it is right now as he is walking away with this fucking... He's doing the walk. Wait a second. No, he's not. So he hit all the check marks. Boom, 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 to the extra credit assignment, walking away to Canute's army pointing spears at his fucking back. This nigga rented out like 6 yachts to pull up to this place. And he had this whole elaborate scheme. And Thorfinn deadass said, this shit was a waste of my time. I'm just gonna run away. Thorfinn was spitting such crazy bars that he had Canute start dying laughing. Look at him as the sun was shining on that nigga the brightest it ever could. And he has Canute saying in his head, you are a beautiful ass nigga, bro. Beautiful, which he is. How do you verbally coddle someone so bad that they start calling you beautiful? Because this was not verbal abuse. It was a verbal coddling to a king that was about to ransack the place and cause mass destruction. And for him to make him switch like that, best MC. And him drawing back his troops and then dwindling down his army, I think he deserves a spot. I think he does. I mean, because he's only going to take after Thorfinn. He's got the swagger. He's got the look. He's the embodiment of TikTok slang. He does have a way with words. He does. He was spitting poetry right back at Thorfinn. This was like a hockey clash. And that golden hour kisses him just as much as it did Thorfinn. I feel like if Thorfinn had a +1, it would have to be Canute. And I don't even know what example number I'm on. It doesn't matter because I'm about to finish up. The main kicker to me out of this whole season, this was the wrap up. Obviously, Thorfinn has his little fate at the end of it. We'll get to that in a second. But this was mainly the wrap up of this whole farmland saga arc, whatever they want to call it, however niggas want to hate on it. This was Thorfinn's light skin journey. And this was the completion of the first part of it. Because they're sitting at Arnhide's grave. This must have been the next day. Golden Hour is once again shining on them and making out with them at this point. And Thorfinn's giving a TED talk to Einar, who's like, "Are we going to Vinland or what, nigga?" If I was in Einar's position, bro, I'm about to start crying. I'm about to start crying again, because this was the part where I started crying. I was like actually bawling my eyes out when I watched this shit. And again, I know these videos, especially these light-skinned, like stupid little light-skinned videos, may come off as like me just dick riding, but with Thorfinn in particular, I feel like it's well-deserved hype, because this scene was one of the most powerful scenes I've seen aside from the Canute conversation. But like, this was really special, and you could see Einar just getting goosebumps himself. That nigga he's getting mad at how good this shit is, nigga. Look at him. he's like, fuck. That was a golden moment. A golden moment is sort of like a black flash when it comes to Golden Hour. Like it's sort of like a mere 10 seconds and then back to normal Golden Hour. Nigga says, if Vinland doesn't exist, I'll make that shit. Einar, you're my brother. This was the dap up of the fucking decade. When he said, "Brother, come with me," this was so beautiful, dog. What a fucking powerful scene, man. And it's only possible because of Thorfinn. That's really it. And then afterwards, you know, he goes home, and that was a sentimental scene in itself. Instead of Golden Hour, there was a little Northern Lights hour where he was having a flashback with his dad. But that final scene of the season, walks out of his house. See, this one, I'm saying, I knew this shit was intentional. The scar, look at the scar, nigga. I see this. I see exactly what's going on. The main objective of season 2 was to come out fresh fade with the new designer coat, and then we're on to season 3. And yeah, that's Thorfinn, man. That's Thorfinn. And I mean, I talked a lot. I did not expect to talk a lot, but like, I think
it's okay, my brother. It's okay, my brother.
The originator of this whole thing, man, because he really has it in him. And I mean, I really appreciate his character. I feel like Canute should come in with Thorfinn just because they were parallels to some degree. I feel like Einar might be a little too short-tempered, though. You know, I don't know if he has that, like, suave. I like saying that word. That's my second time using it. No, but that's the video, man. That was a great time. And I don't know who else. I have a couple ideas who the next inductee should be, but I don't know who I'm going to roll with.
Whoa. What was that?
Suave. I like saying that word. That's my second time using it. No, but that's the video, man. That was a great time. And I don't know who else. I have a couple ideas who the next inductee.
Crap. Where is it? Playback mode. Slow it down all the way. And 52. 51, 50, seven.
No, but that's the video.
Okay, not far enough. 41.
Suave. I like saying that word. That's my second time using. No, but that's the. And I don't know who else. I have a couple ideas who the next inductee
Oh, it's Woo.
should be, but I don't know who I'm gonna roll with yet. If you stayed for this long of the video, I appreciate it. Sub to the second channel, the gaming channel, and road to 100K. Slowly but surely making it there. Appreciate you.
So it's Woo. Next, well, I mean, nigga, you do Jim Woo, you gonna have to do a video for days, nigga. Video for days. That's gonna be a super long video. But next thing on our list, shout out to the boy Jules Dot. And we on to the next